Hey guys, Ultra Maximus here. Give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And jump over to Facebook and like my page to upload your video links, pictures, and join the conversation there. Click on the links in the description below. Hey guys, now follow me on Instagram at Ultra Maximus Reviews and Twitter at Ultra__Maximus. Links in the description below. Misa back! No! Damn it!
You suck.
This is all your fault. F*** you, 2020. Aww. Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another toy review, and today we're going to take a look at another Marvel Legends figure. It's the Walgreens Exclusive Iron Man 2020. So I got this figure not at Walgreens actually, but a friend of mine from The Clit, one of the toy channels on Facebook, Steven, he had it and was looking to trade it. He bought it in a drunken adventure one night. He doesn't even like Iron Man. And he posted, hey, does anybody want to trade this? And I ended up trading him the Walgreens exclusive Invincible Iron Man, because he's a Dr. Doom fan. And then I threw in a loose Venom figure I had, and a Toy Biz Age of Apocalypse Wolverine, just because he was a cool guy, and he works at a retail store in Florida, and he helps out some of his fellow collectors down there, so I figured, why not? He's doing me a solid. I had some extra figures laying around, so I kind of spiced up the pot for him, and I threw the other figures in after we had already made the trade, so, you know, it was good for everybody all around. So, if you don't know who this character is, this is Arno Stark, this incarnation. The character, Iron Man 2020, has been around since the late 80s, I want to say it was, when I first saw the character. And I want to say he was Tony's cousin initially in the original comics. He's always had the gear things on his mouth and shoulders. He was a futuristic gun for hire, a mercenary, basically. And I think this incarnation is Tony's brother from the comics, because they've reinvented him a couple times, and either way, it looks cool as hell, and I love the fact it came out in 2020. I mean, you had to do it. So let's go ahead and jump in there and take a look at the packaging. So here we have Iron Man 2020 in the packaging, and I really dig the sculpt. I'm sure it is a reuse of another figure, probably the 80th anniversary Iron Man. He's got all the blast effects, which is awesome. Alternate hands, very cool exclusive figure. Top of the package, it's got the Iron Man logo up there. It says Iron Man 2020. Side of the package, we get the Iron Man 2020 artwork on both sides, so just kind of a close-up. There we go. There he is, looking magnificent with all of his glorious accessories. Love that logo. Side of the package here. Love that artwork there. Man, this could be worth the Iron Man just to get the accessories, really. Back of the package here, we've got some really nice artwork. And then it's got a very small write-up that says, Arno Stark wields powerful weapons and a superior armor suit as Iron Man 2020. How generic is that? But I guess it is what it is. Just kind of a close-up of the artwork. So you can see that. Looking all kinds of cool. I'm definitely digging it. Definitely fun. Very excited. Yeah, so that's basically it for the packaging. Let's go ahead and get Iron Man 2020 out of the package and see what we think. And here we have Iron Man 2020 out of the package, and I've got to say, I really do like this figure. I like the sculpt, the paint. It comes with a ton of accessories, which is very cool. The only gripe that I have with this figure, he does come with additional hands. So these are the initial hands that he has, which is kind of the repulsor hands to either fire or fly with. And then he comes with a couple closed fists so he can punch his people. The only thing about these hands, like this one, the repulsor hands, is it does not have a hinge joint to straighten it out. I wish they would have done that, but that might not be possible to get him in the repulsor poses with the effects. I'm not sure, but man, I really wish they did have a hinge. That being said, that is just a minor gripe with the figure. I'm going to show the accessories here in a minute because he does come with these really cool blast-off effects where you can actually put in some thruster bits, which is pretty awesome. It reminds me of the Chopper Black Series figure that I've got that I've still not reviewed. And I'll show those off here in a little bit, but I want to talk about articulation first. So looking at the figure itself, the head moves down that far. It moves up really far for nice flight poses. I definitely dig that. He's on a ball joint. He's got a ab crunch that goes that far down, goes that far back. Again, really nice for flight poses. Twist at the waist, arms do move up, they spin around. There is a swivel at the upper bicep. He's got that double jointed elbow, wrists. This one spins and has a hinge joint, which is nice. Legs kick that far forward. They don't kick back hardly at all. They don't splay out very far either. At least that one doesn't. This one just kind of sits there. He does have a twist at the upper leg, but mine is so stiff it doesn't really want to do it, and I don't want to break him. Double jointed knee right there. Twist at the upper boot, which is nice. And then he's got a hinge joint at the foot, and he's got that crazy ankle rocker pivot we love! With this being his widest possible stance with both feet still flat on the floor. Okay, so I wanted to talk about the accessory pieces by themselves because of the flight effects that we get, which is awesome. So he comes with two of these. They look like they're identical pieces. They're kind of like, you know, rocket thrusts coming off the ground, which act as base stabilizers. Now, he also comes with these, you know, thrusters for the boots, which we've seen before in different colors. And he, of course, comes with some blast effects for his hands. Again, we've seen this in different colors before. So, what I do is put the boot blasts on first, like this, so that he's like, whoosh. So that looks pretty cool. I definitely dig that. And then you take these pieces and essentially you're going to put them in here, straighten out his legs a little bit so you get some balance, and then I want to put the blast effect in his hand as well. So I'll lift that so he's shooting at somebody, and then we're going to put these effects in here, kind of balance them, make sure he's good and stable, and then let's adjust the camera a bit so we can see it all in its glory, and there we go. So this is definitely cool. I love the way this looks. This is probably the way I'm going to display it up on my shelf. The fact that he's got the effects to launch off with is really, really nice. And if you don't have that for your other Iron Man figures, I mean, you could obviously use them and put any Iron Man that you want in a flight pose. You could also have it where he's launching straight up, which we see a lot in the comics. But yeah, this is definitely cool and probably one of my favorite Iron Man figures ever put out by Marvel Legends. So taking a closer look at the figure itself, I love the sculpt and paint on this figure. The fact we can see his eyes through the mask like in the comic is awesome. It's got a very nice kind of metallic-y red paint and goldish kind of paint. Love the red on the three pieces on his chest. He's got the gears on his shoulder armor bits, and the shoulder plates kind of go around the back. Everything looks good. It's even got that nice kind of metallic paint on the back of the armor. All of the red has that very pearlescent metallic that kind of looks like a hot rod or a motorcycle tank, and it just absolutely is gorgeous. Looks like the character that I know from the late 80s and 90s, and just absolutely aggressive and fun looking. So looking at the midsection of the figure, again, the sculpt is great. I love how he's got asymmetric pieces on his belt. He's got kind of that big gear on the left side, and then more of like a throwing star type of gear on the other, and he's got his belt with the detail in it. I want to say that those pieces he took off and would throw as weapons in the comics. I can't recall off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that's what that was there for. And again, he's got kind of that plated armor on his butt and his hands, looking all types of cool. He does come with the interchangeable hands, which I do appreciate. I just still wish that that blasting hand had a hinge on it, but again, that might be for posability in flight mode. I don't know. It's just, you know, nice to see this figure in hand. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, sculpted well, looks like the character. We get the nice gold paint on the legs, and the boots have that nice metallic-y pearlized red, that kind of cherry red on there, and he's got all the little armor bits on the feet, kind of banded armor, which looks nice. I definitely dig that, and they just all around look awesome as boots for Iron Man. For comparison, here we have Iron Man 2020 next to the Silver Centurion Iron Man from 1985. So a big gap in time there. Both being Walgreens exclusive figures, both looking really cool side by side and hitting my comic book nostalgia goggles. Definitely like seeing them side by side and where the character has gone over the years, and just, well, a lot of fun and a lot of contrast. So is the Walgreens exclusive Iron Man 2020 figure something that you want in your Marvel Legends collection? I am going to say yes, especially if you're an older collector that liked the comics from the 80s and 90s, from which this character first appeared. He has appeared, as I said, through a number of comics over the years, and I believe he's tooling around lately with like Spider-Man 2099 and a group running through time, I believe. He's been a mercenary, he's been a hero, he's always kind of been a jackass, a little bit more than Tony Stark in the comics, and I love the character. I love the design, I loved the concept of him, and I'm so grateful to get an Iron Man 2020 in the year 2020. Just really cool, and it comes with a lot of accessories, has great paint. Overall, this is a stupendous figure, and I think, you know, collectors are going to like it, you know, from the 80s and 90s, and modern collectors who may not know the character too well might jump in and get to know him because it's that well done. So there he is! Iron Man 2020, the Walgreens exclusive. Hey guys, thanks for watching. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. And jump over to Facebook and like my page to upload your video links, pictures, and join the conversation there. Click on the links in the description below.